Hi everyone, would it be okay if I shared with you how to hit your fairway woods better than you ever have done before? I want to share with you a small story about a lady called Julie that came to me with some problems with the fairway woods. And it happens to a lot of golfers. I see this with a lot of students that turn up. They tend to hit the fairway woods very inconsistently. They'll go from hitting them very good to kind of thinning them and topping them. Now I see this a lot even with elite players, and probably the main reason it happens is probably the center of gravity in the club and the length of the shaft, and also a little bit of conceptual stuff around how they should play fairway woods in relation to how they play drivers and how they play irons, and a bit of confusion. So I'd love to share with you what I went through with Julie today and how we're going to help change how you hit your fairway woods forever. So stick with me where we go through the processes, the steps that are going to make a real difference to lower your scores and improve your golf. So what tends to go on is people get kind of stuck in between the driver mode and an iron mode. And basically what I'd want you to be is more like an iron mode with any club apart from the driver. So the driver is the only club apart from the putter we actually hit up on the ball. Every other club we want to hit down on the ball, particularly when the ball is sat on the fairway. So if the ball is teed up, we can hit up on it or be pretty levelish, and that will be absolutely fine. But the best way to hit your fairway woods is to hit down on the ball and try and hit a little bit of a divot after the ball if you can, or certainly bruise the turf after the ball. Now in terms of setup, we want to set up in between an iron and a wood, so kind of like a long iron. What happens with the setup in different clubs is basically a 7-iron would sit in the center of our stance and the driver would sit left heel. Now every club from a 7-iron to driver moves slightly forward until it gets to left heel. So a 5-wood like I've got today would probably be about 1 inch right of lead heel, 1 inch back of lead heel. Now that should give me a slight descending blow, especially my weight being even. Now the low point of your swing would be somewhere around about here, which if you look at that is kind of around about lead heel. Now with the driver we have the ball there, but we have the weight back and our sternum back a bit more, which allows us to hit up on the ball ever so slightly. Now with a 3-wood or a 5-wood or a 7-wood, a 7-wood it was in Julie's case, we want to feel that we have stance more like an iron, as in width. We want the weight to be 50-50, so again more like an iron in terms of that, and the ball position just right of lead heel. Then conceptually wise, don't try and sweep it. I hear this all the time with golfers. They say, I'm trying to sweep the ball off the fairway. Now, if I think about sweeping it, I'm going to be hitting more up like this. That's definitely not what I want to do. I would like your practice swings to make sure we feel like we're almost digging in the dirt. Get a little divot on the go. Feel this shaft lean. Feel we're going to crush the ball off the fairway. That's what we want. The setup will help us do that if we do it correctly, but conceptually it's got to be feeling that we're trying to take a divot after the ball. Even if we don't, again, I don't take a huge divot with an iron, so trying to take a divot with a fairway wood is not going to be a huge thing, and I don't mind that. But if I try and sweep it, I'm going to hit the ball halfway up and I'm going to hit a lot of thins and a lot of tops. So we're trying to get the club essentially landing target side of the ball every single time. That's the key, that's the message. Set up to it correctly and then get the club landing in the right spot. Let's go through a process you can do to help this. So I'm taking my feet together, the ball opposite as best I can, the middle of my 2 feet there. So if I move my left foot now, say 2 inches, and my right foot to about shoulder width away, that should give me a ball position just right to lead heel. Then, small swing, try and get that club grounding in the right spot. Then I'm going to go to the golf ball and I'm going to try and feel I do exactly that. Keep my weight, my sternum, head positions pretty neutral. And conceptually, try and hit the ground. I didn't hit it as in regards to divot. I definitely made a mark on the tee. So I got the right kind of contact. I could have got a little bit more of ground contact if I'm 100% being honest, but the shot was strong, it was well hit, it was down the middle of the fairway. I'm really happy with the result. But I would have liked probably a little bit more bruising the turf just to emphasize what I'm saying for the video. but the key is the concept. The good news from this video is really, if you have the right concept and setup, we don't need to work on your swing mechanics too much to get the ball struck more consistently off the fairway with a fairway wood or a rescue club. For me, hitting a fairway wood is an advantage rather than a long iron, because the land angle is going to be better, so the ball's not going to run through the green as much, it's going to land a bit softer. Also, from my own testing, if you're coming out of a semi-rough lie, rescue clubs and fairway woods work better than long irons in terms of the resistance to the rough and the outcomes, basically. So it's always a good option to have, depending on the course you're playing. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you have, please click like and also share the video. Also, if you haven't subscribed or followed already, hit my logo down this bottom corner and join me on my channel and let me help you improve your golf. So thank you for tuning in today. Hope you've enjoyed the concept and look at the fairway wood, and it will make you hit better shots into the greens more often. If you have, please come back again soon.